Hello everyone, my name is Pablo, and I am pleased to introduce you the first Pablo Direct. If you haven't seen my Reddit, I posted it there. I'll probably link my Reddit there. So let's go over a few things. The first thing is first is the gangsters, and you might as well show you what I've done. And let's talk about how this is going to work. The gangsters isn't like your gameplay focus. Isn't like your gameplay focus level. It is more like your mini stories, and each set or each level will contain about 15. Well, I'm gonna show you a little demonstration how you can expect these to work. Now, I think one thing I should point out is that all of this is not in set. Anything could end. Anything could be added, could be removed, or tweaked. But this is what I've gotten so far, because so far the main thing taking up most of my time working on the gangsters has been creating the sets, not so much making the quest. They take some time, but not as much time as making the sets. Granted, if I didn't have school or work, this probably would have been finished months ago. And now he somehow ended up here. Yeah, it gets a bit finicky sometimes. Now, admittedly, if I didn't have school or work, this level would have been finished the day it was meant to be released, which was the 30th of November. But my school has just gotten in the way a lot of times, cause it's a pretty difficult school. It's a trade school. Now I'm gonna show you one. I'm gonna show you one thing. I should probably cut this out as to avoid spoilers. Alright, I activated this quest. So each level would be set with around 10 to 15 mini stories that all progress the plot. Most of them, some of them are just side stories. Now I'll just there just to prevent this movie from being too melodramatic. So again, if you're expecting something like really gameplay heavy platformer, unfortunately you're not really gonna get that with this one. This is again more of your story based visual. And I like to think that I like to think that the story is more than enough to carry this level. And here we see a bit more. I want this to feel like, like you're not. I want this to feel like you can just explore around and be rewarded for your exploration, even if it isn't gameplay focused. Just explore around and learn more. For example, I'm gonna let you in on this one. This chicken wing. Like, you could choose just to ignore it, or you could choose to grab the chicken wing. I'll leave that one a secret though. What happens if you grab the chicken wing? You'll soon find out. Or at least I hope soon. Again, depending on how my schedule goes, because again, it is a packed one, honestly. I got a lot of stuff on my hands now. All the consequences of being 18 and being in a trade school and having an internship. It has been so long since I first published the ending, honestly. And it is updated. I originally published this in 2016. And it has been 3 years since I originally published Rebirth. And now I'm working on Rebirth 2. I might as well show you a bit of gameplay. So unfortunately I don't got any levels to show you because none have been made, because I've been working on the gangsters. But what I have been working on, like on the sideline, has just been its characters. And here's one. Nah, this is obviously a Rebirth one. You know, your basic character. Unfortunately, Rebirth 1 does have a few issues, and that not everyone got the same amount of moves. Some had significantly less, like Kennedy over here. This is something that is no longer the case in Rebirth, and I'm gonna show you the new fighting style. So, main thing I should point out is that Rebirth 2 takes place 15 years later. So every character has been, redesigned. But I'm gonna let you take a look at the combat. I'm gonna let you listen to my controller. So you individually input your attack. It is possible to do a hold, though I don't recommend it. Not because it's bad, but I don't know, sometimes it's just better to like space out. Because this is what happens if you try to hold it. It is not as consistent. Now with quick step. Kennedy. And Kennedy along with every character now has a complete moveset. That means they're no longer missing any moves, they all got it. In my short run of Little Planet 3, I've only had like a few cancelled levels, and by a few I mean quite a bit. This is the only one that kind of saw the light of day, kind of, because it's completable, but it doesn't have anything. This would have had like a giant story, unlockables, but it was cancelled. It's completable, but cancelled. But one of them was like really big, and was gonna be like quite the level. And I mean quite the level. It was gonna be quite a fun one. I wish I could show you gameplay of it, but unfortunately it was lost. This level is called the Binding Chains. And once the Gangsters and Rebirth 2 is done, I do plan on working on this. And I really, I found a way to get around the tech issues that were plaguing it. But with that said, I will talk about like as to why the Gangsters has taken quite a while, and it isn't because I'm really incompetent, which maybe sometimes I am, but this isn't from a lack of competence. This is just the fact that I've just been incredibly busy as of late in my personal life. Unfortunately, I'm not the 15-year-old, 16-year-old I once was. I am now 18. I have a job. I have a pretty intense school, competition. And unfortunately that always just kind of gets in the way of what I really want to do. But I hope that all this wait finally pays off and you're all able to enjoy an amazing level. So I want to thank you all for sticking around and listening to me kind of just ramble on. So thank you all.